Okay, this is my third shakedown hike. I did not record my last shakedown hike where I finished up Zaleski State Park. This was a rough day. I ended up deleting some of my videos and things like that, and it was just a rough couple days, and I didn't record it. So, like I said, third shakedown hike. I am going to be out this time for 2 days. So we're going to check out all our gear and hopefully do some videos along the way. Thank you. Alright, so this is the first bit of water I've come across. I'm not too far in. I'm only maybe half a mile into my trek. I don't need any water, but I just thought it was a nice tranquil spot. Hopefully water's not going to be too much of an issue on the trail here. As opposed to Zaleski, which had so much mining operations done that you can't even filter the water and drink it because of the heavy lead and heavy metals that are in the water. Here you can drink the water as long as you treat it. So we'll be doing that for our water sources. All right, heading on. All right, so far it's been a really easy trail, just gently rolling. Not much to see, a couple little things. I got the video of the squirrel and things like that. There's some nature out here. A lot of these little ponds. Out here. Let's see if you can see it. That's pretty neat. I'm hoping that's not going to end up being one of my water sources for today, is a pond. They're kind of stagnant, so. But there's lots of little creeks and things like that running through here, so hopefully we can find one of those that's moving water, because the nature center and a couple of the other spots are having some renovations done, so they don't have any water. But no big deal. I've got plenty. I really haven't even drank much yet, so if I had to, I could camp tonight with what I've got. But all right, out here. All right, walking across a nice boardwalk right before the nature center. It's pretty nice. So far, you know, the train's not very challenging, so it's not as much of a workout. But the views are really nice here. I like the different hardwoods and the cedar stands and things like that. It's neat. It just kind of breaks things up pretty nicely. So we'll try to be quiet so we don't interrupt anybody else. But you can tell the leaves are starting to fall. We're not at peak yet here in central Ohio. I know up north they've started to peak. It's actually pretty cool, a little stream down there. This is cool. Doubt it's open. Nice little overlook here. That's cool. It's a neat stream. There's the nature center. Well, let's see what it says. I think it's under renovation right now. Yeah, it's under construction. All right, we're gonna leave it right here for a little bit. All right, good morning. So it's the next morning. I didn't film any at camp because there was people around, but it was a nice campground. I stayed at the Oak Ridge campsite, backcountry site. It was pretty nice. The privies are nice. The sites are pretty good, level spots. So I didn't do a lot of hiking yesterday. I wasn't feeling well. So I probably only did 5 miles, if that. So today we've got all day. So we're going to see what we can do. All right, we'll catch up with you later. All right, so this is my water source this morning. I should have videotaped earlier, but so I filled up my bottle. And now I have my aqua mirror getting activated inside the cap here. It takes about 5 minutes. It'll turn a bright yellow. That lets you know when it's done. And then you just put it in. So I used my Sawyer squeeze for my bigger 1 liter bottle. So, you know, this trail here, it's not challenging, the trail itself, but it gives me an opportunity to work on my other skills. Setting up camp, filtering water, things like that, especially the filter and watering part you couldn't do on Zaleski because you can't drink the water. So although you know, the trail, like I said, isn't challenging. It's very gently rolling hills. It's letting me do a lot of other different things that I needed to do too. So, all right, well, I'm gonna dump this in my water. All right, so I finally got some peace and quiet here. Yeah, I don't mind the people, but I just don't like filming when there's people around. So I am on the connector trail between Germantown Metro Park and Twin Valley Metro Park. So I completed the, well, which way does this go? Oh, I'm taking a shortcut. Bear with me. So I took I finished up the Germantown section, and now I am heading to Cedar Ridge campsites, but I'm going to get there too early. So my goal is to finish up the connector trail as well. So I'll have to double back quite a bit on the connector trail, but that'll add some miles. So we'll see how it all goes. This trip isn't about miles, it's about practicing with my gear and my water treatment system. So, and speaking of which, this looks like it's going to be a water source for me because I'm pretty much out of water. So, all right, so I will pick this back up once I fill up my Evernew bottle, and I'll go through how I've been filtering my water. All right, be back in a minute. Okay, so just to kind of go over some of the ways that I filter my water. Bear with me, I'm trying to do this one-handed and it's going to be difficult. So for a shallow water source like this, it's difficult to use your Evernew bag. So I cut the top off a Sawyer bag, and I use that. It's no better or no worse than than using a cut-off bottom of a water bottle, but this stores so much easier than that. I had one of those, and it's just a pain in the butt trying to store it. So, but then just fill it up. Pour it into your Evernew bottle. It's tedious, it takes a while, but I need water. I don't have a choice. Alright, so we're done trying to do this one-handed. Alright, I'll be back when I set up my filter. Okay, so this is one of my water treatment systems. I also use Aquamira drops, which we'll go over later. So all this is a 2-liter Evernew bag where I put some guy line on it so that it'll hang from a tree. I have my Sawyer squeeze attached to that. And then this right here is what's called a tornado tube. And just look it up online. You can find them everywhere. They're only a couple bucks. I think I got 2 of them for $5 on Amazon. And then I just attached my smart water bottle to that. So it turns it into a gravity feed system. It's hands off. I can do other things while the water's filtering, and it actually does pretty good. So my filter needs to be backwashed. But the one thing you do have to know is sometimes it creates a vacuum, and it locks up, and it doesn't filter. So you kind of got to unscrew the bottle a little bit and release the pressure, and then it'll start draining again. So, all right, I'm going to fill up the rest of my bottles. Okay, so again, here's what I keep my water treatment items in. All right, so these 2 are both Aquamira, and then my Sawyer squeeze. Now you notice that my tornado tube is not in this bag. That's very important because this Sawyer will leak dirty water into this bag, and if you keep your tornado tube in there, you're going to contaminate it. So you do have to kind of be careful, you know, to keep this tornado tube clean. I keep it in the same pocket, but just outside of the plastic bag, and then this goes in one of my hip belt pockets. So, all right. Well, as you can see, I've got 1.75 liters of water, and I'm ready to go again. All right, out here. All right. Still on the connector trail. This connector trail is awesome. So lots of ups and downs, little ones, but lots of ups and downs. Out in the middle of nowhere, it's nice. Temps are pretty good today too. It's not too bad. So, but this is a nice trail. I like this. I shouldn't be too far, I guess, from Cedar Ridge campsites, which I'll kind of pop in and take a look at them. But then I'm gonna keep going down, try to finish up the connector. So, but this is a nice trail. There's been some ravines with rivers running through them, lots of creeks and things. So we're in another cedar stand here, so that's kind of neat. So this trail's got a lot going for it. What it lacks in, I guess for my purposes, what it lacks in ups and downs and training opportunities, it makes up for in the views. The fact that I get to work on my water filtration system, which is pretty much down pat now. So, but the best thing about it is it's close to home. So I can just pop out here at any time. So that makes it nice. Uh-oh, what do we got down there? Yep, that was a deer. I bet it didn't come in on the camera. It's actually the first deer I've seen out here. There's been a lot of oaks with acorns and stuff like that, so I'm surprised that's the first deer I've seen. A lot of rabbits, a lot of squirrels. Saw a pileated woodpecker as well, which was kind of cool. Those of you who don't know, the pileated woodpecker is the one that looks like Woody Woodpecker. That's what everybody thinks of when they see a cartoon woodpecker. So, but So, certainly been some views. Like I said, yesterday I woke up with a little bit of a fever and wasn't feeling good. So yesterday was kind of a slog. Wasn't enjoyable, or it wasn't as enjoyable as I wanted it to be. But today I feel pretty good after a restless night's sleep. You know, there's nothing to be done about that. I don't need to change anything in my gear. You know, you just don't sleep as good when you're not in your own bed, or when you're on an air mattress laying on the ground. So that I'm just gonna have to get used to, and I will. When I used to go to the field in the Marine Corps, first couple nights, you know, I wouldn't sleep very well. But then, usually that third night, I'd crash out. So, but I'm hoping to get a decent night's sleep tonight. I'll be tired, I'm sure. So, alright. Little bench here. And a view. Not a bad view either. Oh, wow. Look at that. Big old turkey vulture. You can fly. Very nice. Fall's starting to come. All right, out here. All right, I'm just a little bit past, maybe a quarter mile past Cedar Ridge Campground. Still on the TBT connector trail. Been walking through this meadow for a good while now. It's actually not the best terrain to walk in. A lot of moles, so the ground is very, very mushy in spots. But to my right here, there's a river. You can't see it, but I'm hoping that's not my water source for the night, but it might end up being. I'm just not a fan of drinking out of the rivers here. There's so much agriculture around, and so many chemicals in the water. So, rather find a little stream or something that's feeding into it, but we'll see. So far the water's been pretty good in the spots that I've gotten it from. Sorry. Getting all the spider webs out of the way. It's actually a little warmer than I think it was supposed to be today. It's supposed to be mid-60s, but I bet it's mid-70s. But that's still pleasant. That's not bad at all compared to my last trip where it was 90. So, which is probably why I didn't film much on that one. So, I was kind of grumpy. So, alright. Well, we'll start filming again when there's something interesting to see. So the TBT crosses under 725 and then comes out into a park. And as I came out into the park, kind of opened up and I looked down 725 and there was a gas station. So I couldn't help myself. I went and I got a Coke. So got a Coke, and now I'm sitting here on a park bench at the edge of the bike path, and just sitting here relaxing. You know, I'm just really killing time. I just don't want to be in camp too early. I've already walked all the miles I need to today. So we're just I'm gonna keep pressing on just for a little bit longer, and then I'll turn around and head back to Cedar Ridge campsite. Set up camp for the night, and I think when I set up camp, I'll do a little bit of a gear list video on some of my gear. I think it's kind of cool to do it out on the trail instead of doing it in my living room. So we'll do a portion of it, and then I'll do a longer one at home in my living room. So, all right, take care. All right, so it's the next morning. Just a little bit out of Cedar Ridge Campground, so wasn't too bad. with my feet down below my head, though. I did keep sliding down to the end of my tent all night, but that's all right. Slept a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit, and I'll take anything I can get. So, today's, not sure how many miles, 4 or 5, back to the truck, and then back home to civilization for a while. So, did record some gear videos last night. Hopefully they'll come out okay. So we'll take a look. I still want to video freezer bag cooking for anybody who wants to see it. So we'll see. All right, I'm out for now. All right. So I've learned another valuable lesson, and that is I need more water when I camp, especially in a dry camp. So I finished up my water this morning drinking coffee, and now I'm about 2 miles in and there hasn't been a water source. So I've got about two more miles. So I mean, I can make it. It just won't be fun. But so note to self: get more water. All right, so I'm nearing the end. I'm about back to the parking lot where my truck's parked. It's been a good hike. I've learned quite a bit. So one thing I think I need to mess around with is my food. I brought too many sweet things, I guess. I mean, it wasn't intentional, but I need some salty foods, crackers, peanut butter crackers, something like that to add in. So, and I think I'm going to steer away from the mountain houses for a while. They've had my belly upset today. So, I'm going to go to what I'm going to be eating on the trail, and that's nor pasta sides, stovetop stuffing, things like that. So, ramen. So I think I'll switch that up and see. You know, I don't know if it's all the salts. I don't know what it is, but today my belly's been upset. So, but it's been a good hike. Maybe not my longest in miles, but longest in time. So 2 nights out. So it just shows me that I still got some work to do. I still have some working out to do. I need to get in better shape. So, all right. Well, coming up to the end of the trail, folks. All right, out here.